You know, parents, whether you have a college student or a high school student considering college, it's important to talk them through the reality of college loans and the impact they can have on the next few years of their life, even after college is done. Joining us now with more from Potential Magazine publisher Pam Mashburn. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
When you think about loans, you know, those of us who've already been through that, we know that it can be something that you don't really think about in your early years, and you're still dealing with it long after college is over.
Yeah, it's monopoly money. That's in 4 years,
yeah.
right, or 5.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about that right now.
Yeah,
That's what they're thinking.
No worries as far as they're concerned, but you need to plan ahead. So tell us how we do that. How do we approach this topic with our young students?
I think if for everybody that has teenagers, they don't understand how much $20,000 might be.
Yes.
And the average college loan right now is about $27,000. So that's a lot of money, and we understand that that's a lot of money, but they don't really understand because they think they're actually going to be making a ton of money too.
Yes.
But the reality is, most college graduates, the average is around $31,000.
Wow.
So it's only $600 a month. So if they're having, or $600 a week, I'm sorry. Let's get off numbers for a minute because there's way too many numbers. Let's talk, and I think that's what messes up kids too.
Yeah.
I mean,
and parents. It's hard to talk about that much money.
But I think so. What we were talking to some different parents about, and they had some great ideas. And one of them was, if you take out a $25,000 loan, that means you're going to be able to give up 30 Starbucks coffees a month.
Okay.
So they can understand 30 Starbucks coffees.
You got to put it in perspective.
Yeah, you got to put it in perspective.
Yeah.
And then like a $50,000 loan, that's a car payment. So for 20 years, you're not going to get to drive a car, but you're going to get to pay for it.
Wow.
Right? A really nice car.
Yeah.
And then if you are one of those people that's going on to higher education, you're looking at $75,000 to $100,000. It's like buying a small home and not getting to live in it.
Exactly.
So those are the kind of things that you have to start.
As you're trying to really get a car, as you're trying to really get a home, you're still going to be having to pay those.
Right, because you're off my payroll at that point. So you're on your own, buddy.
That's probably the most important thing about it.
But what was interesting is that most college kids think they're going to be done with college loan around 30, 33, something like that. But the reality is, you start telling them 41. I think President Obama was 42.
Yes.
And they think that's really old.
Maybe a little bit older. They do.
Yeah,
and
they're like,
age,
what?
I know.
I'll be, a grandparent by then.
Yeah.
So, you have to kind of put it in perspective for them because they don't understand the long term, and there's no getting out of it. So. One of the things, if you want to go to the expensive college because they have a great football team or whatever, and you're going to have to borrow a lot, you might want to say, it might be cheaper for you to go to a different college or community college and just buy season tickets.
Yeah.
And so
you can still go there and see that football team that you love, but still get a great education and not owe as much money when it's over. Yeah.
And I would also recommend that people look at like the National Guard and there are some great ways to pay for college.
Absolutely.
And so we are all about keeping kids out of debt.
Yes.
So.
And parents too.
It's
they have enough to worry about without having to worry about that. That whole thing you were saying, it reminded me of that. It was a great episode of The Cosby Show. You remember when he had the Monopoly money and he was trying to go through, you're going to need this and that, and it was just funny. And you got to make it plain to you got to know your child and know how to explain it to them.
I'm going to have to go back and Google that because I loved Bill Cosby.
So funny.
Whatever we as parents can do, and kids said, a lot of college graduates said, only about 15% of them ever had the discussion of what would that look like.
Yeah.
So we as parents are the best ones to do that.
Like you said, if you talk about $20,000, even to an adult, that's hard to put into perspective at one time, one chunk of money.
Right.
So if you talk to them about that, they'll realize it is something they can talk to you about if they feel a little overwhelmed or they need a little help. That's something that, you've already gone through that. You've had that discussion and say, if we need to revisit that, then we can at some later time.
Exactly.
If they want to find out more about it, we're so excited for our high school graduates and our college graduates. And this is the Potential magazine that you're looking for now. It is out in so many places. It's all over the place. But if you can't find the hard copy, it's online too,
Potentialmagazine.com. And there's a lot of great resources out there on our website about financial aid and finding some ways to help pay for college. And we hope that you don't have to go into debt, but if you have to, hopefully you can minimize it by talking to your kids early.
Yeah, and that's the reality of it for a lot of people. They will owe some money. Oh, love this time of year. It's so
I know, and they're so excited.
They are, and we're excited for them. Thank you so much. It's so good to see you.